Do you want to keep a kid now? I'm saying like accident, fell pregnant tomorrow.
Listen, bro, I'm
Just keep the baby. I'm just straight up. I don't want the baby.
right
now?
I probably don't want the baby, but getting rid of the baby and not wanting a baby is, for me, is two different things.
Or you. Yeah, you. I know you're looking at yourself right now and you're thinking, why am I not subscribed to the Gooms podcast? Just f***ing do it then, because it helps the boys out more than you actually know. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Gooms podcast, and we have a great in-house plan for you guys today.
That one was a bit abrupt. I didn't even know he was coming in.
We're just going to update you guys on just how me and Chris have been, just off the back of some really good guests that we've had on. We just thought, you know what, let's sit down and have just a bit of a catch-up about how me and Chris have been, give you guys a bit of an update.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, make sure that you subscribe to the
Facts.
podcast, because the statistic is that 97% of our listeners aren't subscribed.
That is not a statistic at all.
No, but they should subscribe.
I actually stopped using that intro. Did you clock?
Yeah, no.
Because it's like 90% of you guys are not subscribed, but we've got like 700 more subscribers than we do viewers. So it makes no sense.
How have you been though, man?
Yeah, man. Too blessed to be stressed. I feel like a lot of people have asked me this question in the last couple of days. And
Isn't it like a normal interaction when you have with someone? It's just
yeah, but like, it's like, bro, how are you? I'm
okay, like a bit more.
Yeah, like not just, oh, you good?
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? But and to be honest, bro, I can't say there's anything bad right now, really. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Mhm.
Family's good. I'm good. Relationships is good. Business is good. So it's like, yeah, man.
Mhm.
Too blessed to be stressed. I'm
Mhm.
good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you, bro. I'm good, man.
One thing quickly, guys. Me and H, every single time H calls me, we might have been on the phone 3 minutes ago, and I'll pick up the phone and I'll be like, yo, bro. Be like, hey, bro, you okay? Like, yeah, man, nothing's changed from about 3 minutes ago.
It's just
Like,
nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it's just nice.
Yeah.
That's what they are. I don't know.
Go on, anyway.
You might have had an argument with someone within that 3 minutes. Fuck knows.
Fucking hell, make me out to be like an argumentative.
Nah, everybody argues, bro. It's a normal part of life.
Also, H took my last lip pillow before we started today, and I'm fuming.
I just want to clarify there's been situations where Chris
Nah,
has taken
cap.
my last one. It's not cap. But no, I think arguments, I mean, you're getting me onto a topic now, which I didn't even plan to talk about. But
Come on, then.
I think arguments are a very, very normal part of every relationship, like regardless, like whether it's like a friendship relationship or like an intimate relationship. And if you
Yeah.
don't have them, I think it's probably unhealthy. Because if everything's just like lovey-dovey and you're just happy all the time, there's no real room for growth.
Yeah.
Because people, it doesn't matter who you are. Like if you spend enough time with someone, you're going to clash at some point.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like, I think the main reason an argument stems from is just two different point of views or a miscommunication.
I think it also stems as well from like, it's in my book, people don't like to feel like they're wrong or then
Yeah.
intellectually inferior. That's the way that it says it in my book, and it's so true.
Yeah.
Like
I hear
people,
that.
yeah. And not to say that that's a bad thing, because we're all the same, realistically. Like the majority of humans, like we've all got the same instincts.
No, I feel that especially with my girl. If she drops some knowledge on me or like points something out and I know she's right, it pisses me off. Facts, it
To
does.
be fair,
But I've got better at being like, you know what, you're right.
so to be fair, with me and my missus, it's quite like I quite enjoy it, because like although like I can give her a lot of knowledge and a lot of different things, and like she'll find it interesting, probably more than she can give me. But like she can throw things back at me, and I quite like that, because
Yeah.
I enjoy that in conversation. I like learning. I like giving out knowledge as well.
Yeah, but it's not so much a learning thing for me. It's like I'll say something and then it'll be like, oh, nah, it's that. I'm like,
Give
fuck,
me an
it is
example.
that.
Give me an example.
I
like-
can't think of an example.
Like, are you thinking of like something that's happened, or like a situation, or like what to do sometimes, or are you
Yeah,
talking like
or-
a fact?
Maybe, nah, not necessarily like facts. I don't really drop facts in conversation too much. It's more so like my perspective more often than not is the one that kind of makes the most sense. But sometimes when she gives me a perspective that makes more sense than mine, it kind of pisses me off. But I think that's just a pride thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like similar to what you said, like that in that moment, I probably feel intellectually inferior to her, which is like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've got better at that. I actively noticed that was something about myself that I didn't really like. And there's
I think
like,
you've got better at it as well. It's a conversation that we had.
Yeah, there's strength in just kind of just being like, yeah, you know what? I can hear that. I understand it. And you just keep it stepping, as opposed to always trying to kind of fight your corner, which is like what I used to do before, even if I knew that my point was kind of not valid. But I think that's just on growth, bro. That's one thing that I've learned massively in being in a relationship as well.
What, just to sometimes just be like, oh,
just to sometimes submit, as bitter as it sounds. Like sometimes you have to though.
Yeah.
Like and yeah, never like always like, bro. Before I was in a relationship, there would never be any situation where that girl in front of me, whether she thinks it or whether it is or whatever, is ever gonna be right, because it's like, you mean fuck all to me, so I don't really give a shit. Do you know what I'm saying? But like when there's somebody's feelings on the other end of the table that you actually care about, and they're putting something across that's valid, and you just sound arrogant towards it or so stubborn to accept the point, they're going to look at you in a very different light. Do you know what I mean? And they're going to think, well, you can't kind of accept that or kind of move forward with it, then who am I really with? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. What would you say the biggest lesson you've learned in being in a relationship, like maybe about yourself? There's got to be one good one in there, surely.
I think to like be emotionally attached to like someone outside of my family. I don't know. I never really. No, like with you, it's different, bro. Like we grew up together. Like that was always there. Like I mean, like a proper like outsider. Yeah. If that makes sense. Like I'm quite emotionally turned off. Like I find it very hard to be emotional with someone. Like even in the past, like if I'd been seeing someone or something like that, I was never really. It was more so the comfort of someone rather than actually liking them.
Like letting your guard down type thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Like letting somebody in.
Even actually having like feelings, bro. Like it's something that I found tough. I don't know why. Fuck knows what happened to me as a kid, but just like actually, just genuinely like feeling something towards someone. Like I was quite
cold.
Yeah.
No, you were. I think I was as well, but I think you were especially. Because I remember. Okay, I'm not going to say it, but like just previous situations where you're like, I want to feel, but I don't. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was in that situation as well, where there was a girl that I really, really thought could have been something, and then it just went, and then it just wasn't. And
I know what you're talking
and then you're the bad guy though. That's like, you've led me on and you've done this, but it's like if I don't feel it anymore for whatever reason, like what, I'm doing nobody any justice by kind of carrying on with this shit.
I'll tell you what else. I've learned how to actually be in a relationship as well, I think.
Yeah?
I think I had no clue before.
What elaborate? Can you elaborate on that? What have you learned about being in a relationship?
Just like relationship things, bro. I couldn't put a T on it. Like a T. Couldn't put a finger on it.
Yeah.
But this is, just something that I'd never experienced before. So kind of learning as I'm going along as well.
I think the main thing I've probably learned is to sometimes turn off your logical brain and allow your emotional brain to kind of to tap into that.
Are you the type of, when you see like, you might see the memes and stuff, it's like once you get in a relationship, like just say sorry for no reason. Are you that type? I'm not as well. Sometimes I do think I'm like, this is the easy option.
I'm bro, like, nah. I'm not a quitter, bro. There's a reason why I still do lip pillows every day, bro. I'm not a quitter, man.
There's like so like you see those memes and like when it is the easier option, just be like, oh, I'm sorry, like I
but you know what
that,
though,
I can't.
The easier option short term, like everything, causes more in the future, bro. If you've done something and if I said something and I meant it and it's hurt you, there's a reason it's hurt you, because you've probably seen some truth in it. Why am I going to sit and say sorry, forgive me, just so that we can like kind of have a cuddle and go to bed and everything be all right? Like I've said something that I meant, and if I meant it with my whole chest, why am I going to say sorry for it? Because there's truth in it. And I think being in a successful relationship is where you're in it and both parties get better in different aspects of their life. I can single-handedly, I can say on behalf of me and my girlfriend, we are both better people because of each other in different situations and in different aspects of life. And that's, for me, a successful relationship. If you're going to be with someone that makes you a worse person, that person's no good for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll never roll over and just be like,
do you know
sorry.
what?
Like,
I think it would be quite hard to make me a worse person because I'm quite self-aware and I'm quite aware of other people. Although, like, I might not always voice my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm quite like, if something's going on over, like, we're having a conversation, but something's going on over there. Like, I might notice that. I might notice something that I don't like, or like an energy between. But like, even if it's not straight away, like, I'll pick up on it. I'm quite aware of those type of things.
Yeah.
Like whether something was bad or not, to get myself out of those situations, or just to, I don't know, keep it at a distance.
Okay, well, let me give you an example of where you could become a worse person. You've said that your relationship and your partner, shout out you know who you are, has made you more in touch with your emotional space, yeah? Let's say, obviously, touch wood, it doesn't happen. Tomorrow, that person breaks your heart, and your emotional, your guard is up and twice as big. That could make you a worse person for not allowing your emotion, for being more cold. Like, there's definitely ways where, this isn't me saying like, oh bro, like, do you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I hear you. Well, maybe it's what I said was like wrong. Like, let's say for instance an outsider came into
you
our
said
group.
no one could make me a worse person, bro. But that's like saying you're a fucking terrible man.
No.
Someone could come in, bro, and like convince you that this type of way to kind of be around people is like what I like, and that might kind of rub off on you without you realizing. Or,
I mean, what I mean is, like, let's say if we had another friend, who'd, like, we've been friends for a little while, but like there was some negative effects that he was having on us, like maybe subconsciously, I don't know, maybe with perspective or something like that. It might not be the first instance that I notice it, but it might be, I don't know, after a month, I might kind of clock and just course correct the direction that I'm kind of going in, and maybe distance myself from, okay, I'm going to see this person all the time, to like, hey, like, how are you?
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear that.
I mean, I've just reminded myself of it. Chris Williamson said it, but it's, if an aeroplane is something like 1 degree off course, I think like every degree that it's off course, like in a straight line, it will miss a runway by like 100 meters or something crazy like that. Yeah. So like being 1 degree, like the slightest bit off track of where you're trying to go, you're going to be miles away from where you wanted to end up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's a really nice analogy. I'm trying to think. Did you watch that Kevin Hart film on Netflix? The robbery in the plane? It was something they had to do similar.
Yeah.
But basically they had to emulate
plane
the other
came
plane.
Underneath,
Yeah, but it was slightly off. And they were like, why is it because it was so precise. But it leads on to the point of like, they are on that path because that's the exact kind of path that takes you to that runway. And once you go slightly off, over the course of 5,000 miles, if you're 1 degree off, you're gonna.
That was actually quite a good film as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out Kevin Hart. I think that was one of his best films. That
Really?
wasn't like a comedy, because some of his other films are just trash. They are.
What's trash?
Like Night School. I think that's terrible.
To be honest, I can't even remember.
We watched it in the cinema. I'm pretty sure it was dead. Dead.
He's still the goat though. Still got a big bag.
He's still
off
funny as fuck, and I love the guy as well. But like, I think he went on a bit of a bad streak with films and stuff.
Well, this is one thing I want to ask you. I think I already kind of have your order mapped out in your head. I don't want to put you in a sticky situation, but it's something that's going around on socials at the minute. We was listening to a podcast on the way here as well. I want you to give me an order of what you think in the future your order would be. So let's say your mom, your child or children, and your wife. What's the order of like your priority list
in the future?
Well, what would your approach be on it now? And then what do you think could change? Because inevitably it's gonna change.
I ain't got a kid now.
I know, but what would you think?
If I did have a kid.
Yeah, what would you think it would be? Because, I mean, look, we've seen it. I'm going to use Tiago as an example. Tiago is like, I could never love a thing the same way I love, like, my son.
Yeah.
Like, since that moment, and it's just a feeling you get when you see...
If I had kids now, regardless of any time in my life, like, a kid would be it has to be the priority. I think that's just the way that we're wired as well. Like we're brought up quite family oriented.
Over your wife?
Yeah.
Who brought the kid into the world
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you
no,
and with you?
1000%.
Really?
Bro, a kid, like, having your own baby, bro, like, that's part of you. Like, I saw a clip the other day, and it's like, once you, as a man, like, once you have a kid, like, because, like, men, like, especially young men, like, you're prideful, like, you're loud, you might want to wear things to impress certain people, you might want to do things to impress certain people. But what he said was, this guy was like, once you have a kid, once you have your firstborn, everything that you were ever doing to try and impress anybody else doesn't matter anymore, and all you want to do is impress this kid and be this kid's like superhero.
Yeah.
And like, I think for me that would be the same. And the kid at the end of the day, bro, I don't know whether you agree or not, I assume you do, but would be your number one priority, be my number one priority, having a baby, boy or girl. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's your responsibility now to bring up this person.
Okay, so I think that's a solid answer for child at number one.
Yeah. No, I think it would be. I think that's a non-negotiable, man, regardless what point in life. And I don't have a kid now, by the way. But that's where they would fall. And then I think right now...
I know this one's tough for you because I know how much you love your Marge.
I think right now it would be mom, then girlfriend. Sorry to upset you.
What about wifey, though?
No, but I'm not married. You said you asked me now.
Okay,
and then in the future, I'm talking about, like, girlfriend.
Okay,
like, now, because it's not like it's been 5 years. Like, do you get what I'm saying? In the future, though, if we're married, whatever, I think it goes wife then mom. I think.
Yeah. I think I would have to probably agree. Obviously, your mother's your mother, man. That woman brought you up into the world and nurtured you. But if you look at it, like, factually, your mom is that person for you for the first kind of quarter of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And your wife becomes that person for the remaining 3 quarters. If you break it up, let's say me and you, God willing, live to 100. Our mom's only going to play that role up until 25, maybe even less than that. And when you put that ring on it and you make this vow to this person till death do us part, they then become that person.
Mm-hmm.
Not that's going to mother you, but that kind of that nurture role. That's the female in your life that kind of you go to when you might need a shoulder to cry on, you might need someone to hug. Do you know what I mean? You might just need a female's advice on something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a different look on some things.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason for me why it would have to be. And as well, you wake up with that person every day, bro.
Yeah, that's why it's different right now.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously, I'm still living at home with my mom.
Yeah.
Like, it's completely different to where it's like, let's have a family in like 15 years' time.
Yeah. But I think I agree with you where my child would sit above the priority list over my wife.
Yeah, bro. There's nothing that would ever come above a child. I think
that's my bloodline, bro.
I think that your wives would probably be quite upset if that wasn't the case. But I'd hope so. Anyways.
I don't know, bro.
I hope so, bro. Like, I don't know. For me, I feel like that's how.
But is it selfish of me that I would want to be above the child in my wife's priority list?
Nah, but I think so, actually, yeah. Because I don't think I'd want to be. Yeah. I'd rather my son or daughter be my wife's
how about
priority.
You look at it like this? If your wife's top priority is the children and your top priority is the wife, because effectively the way that like the man of the house is like, I'm here to do everything I can to make sure that you guys are good. And if your wife feels so loved and so appreciated and at the top of your priority list, she's inevitably going to act in her best way, which is going to then have the best effect on your children.
I hear that.
So like, without kind of, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, putting her at the top of the priority list is still kind of putting your kids at the top of the priority list, just in a different way. Maybe in a slightly manipulative way.
Listen, I hear you.
Thinking about it.
I hear you, bro. But like, it's not to say just like I think. I mean, it's probably quite self-explanatory to everybody, but just because the kid is the priority doesn't mean that like the wife or the mother wouldn't be. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
As well, though, you got to think as well. This would never be. Obviously, I'd hope it'd never be the case with me or with you, but there's always a possibility of a divorce. You can't ever divorce a child, can you?
The stats, something like 55% of new marriages end up in divorce, or 60%. Which is crazy to. Do you know what? I think it's 62.
But I think it's because a lot of people just get married to get married when they're not actually ready to get married.
Yeah.
Like that is like a society norm that people expect. Like I'm gonna get the house, get the marriage.
I can't remember what the percentage is, but I think the majority of those 62 that end up getting divorced, I think the majority of them is the woman that initiates it as well.
Yeah, because the woman's the one that wants the marriage more often than not. Because, bro, as a man, if you're really in love with somebody and you know that that's my wifey for lifey, yeah, look, I've been brought up in a very traditional household where if I know I'm going to be with someone for the rest of my life, I want to marry that person. Do you know what I'm saying? But the woman loves the idea of when they grow up, they don't think about having an amazing relationship. They think about their wedding day and how beautiful their dress is, and they're the star of the show for the day.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very woman thing, isn't it? So, like, I don't know.
Have you ever thought about your wedding?
Yeah, actually.
I have as well. I've just thought about the fucking get fucked up with you, man.
As long as she's happy, there's a credit card. Just leave me and the boys in the corner.
One final send.
Nah, it ain't gonna be the final one, baby. But I'll be honest. As cliche as it sounds, like the Wolf of Wall Street wedding for me, like is like that kind of on a beach, very kind of close to home. Only your nearest and dearest kind of there. I wouldn't kind of want. I don't think.
You don't want like
a big fat Greek wedding.
No.
Bro, a lot of people have a big fat Greek wedding. Just get money in the cards, bro.
I tell you what.
And when I want to get married, bro, I want to be the richest dude in the room, not the one waiting to get money so I can go and put a deposit on a house. Like,
no. Listen, I agree with you. You know how his one's like, it's probably like 30, 40, maybe 50 people.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like,
Why,
this
bro,
is weird.
why can't we turn up with 30, 40, 50 people?
No, listen, I was adding up in the shower though the other day.
Go on.
And alone just with you boys and like the family of you boys that like I'd actually want there. Because like, no offense to all the mandem, but I'm closer with some of your families than
Yeah.
It already, like, in like cousins and stuff, it straight away went up to like 45.
Yeah.
That's before like partner's side. If there's anybody
the
else
partner's
that
side's
needs
never really going to be as big as us.
No, I know. But then like, there's going to be a few people that my dad would like definitely like want there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you get what I'm saying? But no,
Yeah,
I'm on the same page.
But like a 300-400 man weddings, it's excessive for me.
Yeah, no, as much as I love the idea of it, because that is like kind of the tradition, I just don't fuck with that many people enough to have that many people there.
The thing for me is like, if your wedding's going to be one of the most special days of your life, why do you deserve that invite if once a month you don't text me and say, hey bro, how are you?
Yeah.
Like, when you really deep it, this is my most special day of my life with the partner that I'm gonna die with, the woman that's gonna mother my children, my proudest achievements. Why the fuck would you come and be a part of that day if you can't even pick up the phone and say, yo Chris, how are you, man?
But it's true what you said though, bro. Like, people fucking cash grabbing.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I could not think of anything worse than having a wedding at like one of these fucking places that they do in like Birmingham and shit.
But like,
fuck that shit.
But bro, some people like respectfully need that as their head start. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they need like the wedding money to go and put the deposit on the house, or maybe to look at starting their business. Like, that's where their kind of life starts. Like, because of the social norms within our community, it's like, get married, get your wife, get your house, and then kind of your life starts from there. But I don't really want to fall into that kind of. It's like the Greek rat race.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Why can't I go and make a shitload of money, like experience everything I want to experience with my wife to be, and when the time's right, we'll get married, and it'll be the most perfect and special day. And when the time's right, we'll have a kid. When the time's right, so we can give that kid all of our energy for them to become the best version of our offspring.
Do you want to keep a kid now?
Would I what?
If you go pregnant, would you want to keep the kid?
Fucking hell.
You ever had that convo with her as well? Has she ever said?
We have had that conversation, yeah. My girlfriend's on the pill. That's a decision that we made together, and we both have a lot of things that we want to achieve and experience before a child. And we both, when a child comes into play, want to be able to give the child all of that energy. And we can't do that right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, like, accident, fell pregnant tomorrow.
Listen, bro, I grew up in a very religious family.
Did you keep the baby?
I don't I don't know how I feel about abortion, if I'm being completely honest with you.
That's
It's a
fair enough,
sensitive topic. Yeah,
I'm gonna just be straight up. I don't want the baby.
I
Right now.
I probably don't want the baby, but getting rid of the baby and not wanting a baby is, for me, is two different things.
I think I'd get rid of the baby. To be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
Bro,
Bro, and to be honest, in that situation, I feel like I would probably do the same thing, just purely because I don't want to be that guy that in 10 years looks back and think my kid's 10 years old and I've not spent anywhere near enough time with him or her.
It's not. Do you know what? For me, it's not even that. It's like being able to give, like, I'm not even completely me yet. So like to be able to like bring up a child and make them them and like being able to provide for them and stuff like that. Like, I can't do that, and I don't want to be able. No, not be able. I don't want to have to rely on my fucking parents, bro, to provide for my kid. Like, and it's that's such a beta move,
bro. It's not even about providing.
I just living at your yard, bro. The fucking baby,
bro. It's not even. It's not. But don't even think about just the finances of being able to provide. There's a lot of other things that you need to be able to provide: knowledge, care, love. Can you do that now?
But one thing though that I will say is someone that we both know has recently had like a baby, an accident, whatever. The girl wanted to keep the baby, so they had the baby. And he said now, he's like, before, I don't know how he was feeling. He told me before the baby was coming, etc. He didn't really go into too much how he was feeling. It's just like, there's not much I can do. So I just have to take life as it is. Will it be that deep? I don't know yet. Now he's had the baby. He's like, bro, it's the best thing ever. He's like, I've got a child now as well. Like, I don't need to worry about having a kid when I'm older. It's just a different perspective. Would I be the same? I don't know, but...
Oh, you! Yeah, you. I know you're looking at yourself right now and you're thinking, why am I not subscribed to the Gooms podcast? Just do it then, because it helps the boys out more than you actually know. Peace.
How certain people deal with certain situations is very individual to them. I think me and you are very specific in terms of where we see ourselves and our capabilities and our potential to what we can achieve in this life. And I think right now a child is only going to slow that stuff down.
Facts.
And I think it would be unfair to us, it would be unfair to our partner, and it would be unfair to the child, because there's no reason as to why that child could not come into the world in 5 or 10 years and have the best life ever with the best opportunities and the most present dad and the most present mother. Do you know what I'm saying? As well as all the experiences and lessons that we would have inevitably gone through in the next 5 to 10 years that we can then give to our child, as well as we keep learning. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's still some shit that I'm going to need to learn for myself and figure out for myself.
Like what?
Like a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I don't even know how to function yet, if I don't even know how to be the best version of myself, obviously that's never going to fully happen because you're always constantly learning and evolving. But am I in a position now or in a situation to really kind of say to a child, like, this is the best way to, like, then the world's a scary place right now, bro. I'm not in a position where I can protect them from the world. Like,
yeah. I hear you.
It's deep, bro.
Well, let's change this convo, man.
It's deep.
It's very like relationship oriented. That was not intended, but we're like, how's everything going for the new business? I mean, a lot of people probably don't know. You've never spoken about it before.
Yeah. Well, we've previously spoken about not kind of putting your cards out on the table until you're kind of there and it's been running.
That there subconsciously?
What do you mean?
Like, well, even consciously, like, was that there and you didn't really?
Well, I haven't screamed about it too much because personally, I don't want to be screaming about something that I'm not 100% like wasn't. Do you know what I mean? I'm now in it, and I couldn't be happier that I'm in it.
So what are you doing, people?
Right. So people that don't know, yeah. So this property that we're actually in is actually a serviced accommodation now. So you can book the Gooms podcast studio on Airbnb and booking.com, link in the description. So yeah, effectively, this is a property that me and my kind of old man picked up around 2 and a bit years ago as an investment. Like, we really kind of thought it out, and there was some personal shit that went on within my household which changed the trajectory of that, which I think everything happens for a reason in life. And within the 2 years that kind of this property got put on hold, I've accumulated a lot of knowledge in the service accommodation space and just where to kind of make the most money and make a profitable business out of the property game. So let's just say it cost me 1,500 quid to pay everything off. If I then generate £2,500 in bookings on short-term stays via booking.com and Airbnb, I'm effectively left with £1,000, and the property is inevitably growing in value. Mortgage is being paid off, and instead of just getting an extra 200 quid on top of having like one tenant in, basically created a business model with it that makes it more profitable. I can't complain. I'm really happy with it. It's something I can see myself doing for a long time. And yeah, man, the goal is to just have like a property like dotted in every major city, and then as the kind of net worth grows, maybe in every country that I kind of like to vacay on. So the property can be growing in value, getting rented out and ticking behind the scenes. And then when CG wants to pull up for a couple of weeks, he can just block it out and go and live in his own house. But yeah, man, I can't complain. I'm really happy. It's nice to have my fingers in something else and to be busy with something else that's also that's also my own. It's made me learn a little bit about myself, because I feel like me and you can always depend on each other sometimes to pull that extra little bit of weight. Mm-hmm. Whereas with this, if I didn't come and get it sorted, or if I didn't open my phone at 11 p.m. when someone wants to book last minute, I'm not getting that money, I'm not getting that bread, and there's nobody else that can be held accountable for that. It's just me. Mm-hmm. And I like it. So can't complain, man. But yeah.
Nice, bro. Proud of you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you too.
Thanks, Sean.
We already touched on it, but I want to ask you a little bit about, obviously, your run club. Mm-hmm. I know it's something you're massively passionate about, and it's, I think, the first step into building like something really, really special for you in the future. Mm-hmm. Why don't you give the listeners a bit of an insight? Obviously, don't go into too much detail, but
there's nothing really crazy behind it, to be honest with you. It all just kind of stemmed from like, I just wanted to bring like some people together, to be honest with you, more than anything. Like my easy runs on Tuesday, and I was just like, it's boring running my own. I want to bring some people together with, to be honest with you, like the ultimate intention of like just starting something to do with like the fitness industry. Like it was something that I knew that I wanted to go into, whether it's now or in 5 years' time. I don't know. At the moment, it's just like we're a group of friends that, well, I'd say friends now. We just kind of link up on a Tuesday and just get a little running. There's not really much to it, man.
How do you feel when you turn up and you've got like 5 or 6 people waiting in a car park for you to go and run?
It's a bit of a weird feeling, to be fair.
Why weird?
Like there was like 8, 9, 10 of us the one week. I can't remember how many. And like everybody was like waiting for me. I was like 2 minutes late. It was like, I don't know. It did feel weird.
You was 2 minutes late to your own run.
Yeah, I did. It was I'll be honest, like it's not even, I don't even care, because it was like one of those things where life genuinely got in the way. But I still got there on time. Kind of
after 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, but like it was like genuinely like just some life shit got in the way that it was out of my control. Yeah. More than anything. But yeah, man, that's about it. I mean, what avenue I go down or where I go with this whole life thing, I don't know. But yeah, if it's something that could help, and yeah, why not?
Well, I think we've spoken about it off camera, but just building that community of people that are interested in something similar to you is special, because whichever direction you then go into, we've seen multiple times with multiple different people that we don't need to obviously mention, but if you then create something that ties into running, whether it be a product or a service or I don't know, a fucking running schedule plan, what do you call it?
Coaching.
Yeah.
Like programming.
A running program. Yeah, that's the one.
I can't lie, we'll never go into that shit, man.
But I'm just saying, like, if you've got a community of those people that are already obviously trusting you and coming and being a part of that, that's your first step into that, into whatever avenue you kind of go down. I think that's really special.
Listen, obviously we'll see. The only thing with starting something like that is it just takes up so much capital. Yeah. Like even like I was just curious about how much it would be to do like electrolytes, just because I was curious. I was like, oh, this would be a cool product to do in the future. Like, gee, you're looking at minimum like 30 grand.
Minor, bro.
No, but the minimum order's a ton, bro. Like, yeah, 30 grand, probably minor in like 20 years time. But now, like, 30 grand. I was like,
20 years time.
All right.
Make that 2.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe like 5, 10. But like 30 G's is a lot of bread, bro. Like to have no guarantee of whether it's going to come back.
Yeah, but
I
when
feel
you
like
go
that's
into
like, that's
the
like
space,
a proper startup, isn't it?
you'd go into this. You're not, but you wouldn't be starting from zero because your community would be your first lot of customer base.
So I'm trying to hold myself accountable and make more like content for TikTok and stuff.
Yeah,
Put up my brand. I want to start fucking banging out YouTube videos again. I miss that shit.
yeah. Nah, bro, you're right. You're right, and we should actually, both of us, like be more on it. But I just feel like there's, as much as like there's stuff to show, there's not that much to show because it's a lot of the same stuff every day.
You say that though, but people fucking like that shit, bro. They just do. Like people just want to see what other people are doing, and like at the moment, there's almost been like a switch in content, bit of free game for anyone. But like, no one wants the crazy like edited stuff no more. Like it's kind of switching back to more the like the simple stuff.
Yeah, yeah, simple stuff of people just being their normal selves and being real. But how many times am I going to come and sit and watch you at your desk, bro? Talk about how many videos you've edited today or how many calls you've had, or
You'd probably be surprised, bro. Like I know that I go back to Sam Sulik so much, but gee, this guy will just take his camera to the fucking gym, bro, and just put it on. No, it's not even his camera, his iPhone, bro, and just take it to the gym with him.
But
and
you're
his
talking about
videos,
Sam Sulik, bro, who's 20 years old and looks like a truck.
no, bro, but his videos like 45 minutes long. Like they're actually quite boring, but like he just throws these little gems of motivation in there. He's not really optimal with his training. He just trains like a fucking G. Like he just lifts like a bodybuilder from like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But people like his content because of how like authentic it is and how uniquely himself he is.
I do hear you, but at the same time, look at Sam Sulik in his space and then look at us in our space of the entrepreneurship game. Why would someone click on our video instead of Mosey's or Eman's? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
But someone that's 20 years old and in the gym would click on Sam Sulik's because that might be what they want. So seeing that real version of him and then seeing like, oh, I do that as well. Oh, maybe I'm not that different to him.
The only thing that I will say is like, yeah, okay, that's probably like an unfair advantage. Maybe a bad example because Sam, the only reason I refer back to Sam is he gained something like 2 mil subs in like a year, bro.
Yeah.
Or like 1.5 mil. Like,
but
that's
again,
crazy.
If you were going on there and talking about running and you were running marathons at 3 hours flat, you'd probably have the similar growth just because your results speak for themselves and then people are interested in the person that gets the results.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I hear you, bro.
If it let's just say tomorrow for a week I had Eman's bank account, I could sit and talk about the same stuff that I spoke about in Dubai in a penthouse with an amazing stuff with a fucking £1 million watch on. I'm probably going to get received a little bit better saying the same stuff in that environment, in that situation, because people can see the end goal. So when they see the end goal that they want, everything that you then say becomes a whole lot more valuable.
I hear you.
As real as it is, it might be, bro, you could go and train and have more value in what you say than Sam Sulik, but you don't look like him. So people don't see that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No, I hear you.
Yeah. But yeah, listen, these might all just be us making excuses. Maybe we do just fucking put them up and just fucking do it.
Yeah, that's all he does. He just leaves his camera up and he just fucking talks whilst he's doing.
Maybe we should start Twitch, man.
Twitch. I think I said this to you before, man. Like,
it's a toxic
when we're older,
game,
bro. Playing Twitch, bro. Like, fucking streaming some COD and shit, man. When we're older, like, it's a nice way to earn a little bit of bread just from.
I just don't think we're good enough.
Nah, bro.
Do you know what you need to do? You know what we need to do though? We need to be the personality in the Twitch, but we need to have some team leaders that carry us, man. That's where we, do you know what I mean? That's where we can have more fun because it can be like we're still present in the game and like we're still moving forwards and we're getting top threes every kind of Warzone game. But that's where you kind of have the best moments.
Yeah.
But when you're down and out, bro, in the first 30,
no fun,
your energy just goes, isn't it? When we're not performing, bro, sometimes me and you might just be sat in silence like, oh, we're not in yet. Oh.
It's taught us resilience, man. And it's relayed into real life.
It's the resistance. The COD resistance. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, man. I mean, is there anything else that you want to touch on, bro?
Well, listen, in-house tradition, bro. What's one thing that you're grateful for this week?
There's no way we're going back to 4 weeks ago to remember what we wanted to improve on because I ain't got a fucking clue.
To be honest, neither do I.
But I am...
Wait, I remember what I was grateful for. I know what was it?
No, it's the improve on.
I remember I was grateful for Arsenal. That's what I said.
I'm still grateful for Arsenal, man.
Yeah, facts.
Gonna win the double this year.
That's a big statement, bro.
Nah, I don't know. Listen,
Actually, quickly, let's talk about Arsenal quickly whilst we're on it, bro. What do you actually reckon? Because the title race is juicy. I think it's one of the best ones in a long time.
what do you think we're more likely of winning?
I mean,
I think we're more likely of winning the Premier League than the Champions
I
League.
also agree with you.
And I think we will win it.
But we've probably drawn the hardest draw path to the final that we could have. Because
We're going to have to play the motherfuckers at some time, man.
yeah, you could say that, or someone could get a fucking knockout, and then you go into a different stadium with a different atmosphere, a different stage in the Champions
Mhm.
League. I think Bayern were the third team that we wouldn't want, and the top two were City and Madrid. If we beat Bayern, when we beat Bayern, we have to then play the winner of City and Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like everything's kind of stacked against us. We've seen that we could beat Madrid at City at the Emirates, and we're playing much better than we were at the start of the season. But to go there in a semi-final, the Champions League, when they're going to be riled up, it's tough. And then you flip it and say, like, does the young Arsenal team go to the Bernabeu and show up?
Yeah. I'm going to be up for it, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, what a game.
They'd be up for it, bro, but there's not that many experienced players in there.
Nah. Just let the boys do their thing. And I'm telling you, we're going to go to the Etihad as well in the league, and we're going to do City, and we're going to win the league.
If we go to the Etihad and get a point, I think we win the league.
Done deal.
I think we win the league.
Mm.
If we go there and get a point, because that means we've taken 4 points from City and Liverpool this season. Beaten both at the Emirates and gone and taken a point away. If we do that,
It's champion level shit.
I think we win the league.
Mm.
If we win, I think it's a no-brainer.
Mhm.
But we still got to go to Old Trafford. We still got to go to Tottenham. Villa have still got to come to the Emirates. These are all teams that are fighting for something at the top end of the table, that have got players that can cause damage.
Yeah.
So you can never really know. But I've got a good feeling about our team this year and our squad. One bad thing though, Gabriel got backed out of the Brazil squad.
Fucking, they just did that to Reston, bro.
You reckon?
Yeah, facts, bro. Look, Odegaard's not gone.
Odegaard has
Party. Oh, no, I think he pulled out. I think flew back. Party hasn't gone. Martinelli hasn't gone.
Martinelli was injured though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's the only one that's actual injury. And there's someone else as well.
Ben White.
No, not White. It was someone who was actually like picked.
Oh,
He
but
didn't go
Ben White
because of
said
injury.
I don't want to go though. Obviously for other
It's
reasons.
like Kevin De Bruyne didn't go.
Did he not?
No, with Belgium, bro. They're
He hasn't been
resting up, bro, for
They're
one
Euro
of the biggest.
qualifiers though.
They're resting up for one of the biggest. They didn't want to play some fucking friendly, bro. Like they're resting up for one of the biggest games of the whole season. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even just the City game, bro. It's the rest of it that comes.
Mhm.
They've got a lot of games, and Arsenal and City are in City is still in the FA Cup. City is still in the Champions League, and City could do the treble again, bro.
It's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them, literally fuck them.
Come on, man.
What are you grateful for? No,
Oh
because
shit.
you said you're still grateful for Arsenal, but that's a you came out. Of that one.
I am grateful for. Oh right, I'm grateful for a lot. I'm grateful for being able to walk outside and experience the world
Nice, man.
as it is in its purest form.
Nice.
I actually do when I go out and like I walk and stuff.
Mm.
Like this is gonna sound bad. Like even the other day when I ran, like just the sound of like birds and stuff, like and just walking around and like seeing everything, like especially when it's quiet, like bare early in the morning, I bare enjoy that.
You've just inspired me to have. So I'm going to do 2 gratefuls because of what you've just said. But that when you wake up in the morning, bro, early hours, the sun's up a little bit. Just the opportunity to go and get that shit did, bro. First thing in the morning, sun's up a little bit. It's not freezing anymore. Get in the car with just your shorts and a little jumper or something, and it's all right.
You getting hot at night, by the way, already?
Yeah,
I am.
yeah.
Fuck.
No sheet. No. On top of the sheets, no fan yet. But yeah, we're getting there. But yeah, the early morning, birds tweeting, sun's up. Like, oh, that's what dreams are made of, man.
Mm.
For me, anyway.
And what else?
The other one, which I was originally going to say, was I'm grateful for our warm leads.
Oh yeah, same.
Genuinely, I'm really, really grateful for people just coming towards us And I feel like it's just time, bro. Even the other day, bro, me and you just looked at each other when we were kind of going through our content. We've seen what our page is going to kind of look like in the next month. And we just kind of looked at each other and we're like, this is it. Like, we're coming into
a winning streak.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, I said this on the podcast months ago, but I was like, what happens? Like, do you really, if you never give up, is it really guaranteed that you'll be successful? Like, you don't actually know, but I mean, just fucking stick at what you're doing, man. You'll choose like some good fortune, like whether you're going to get to the top or not. Like, you'll produce something good.
Well, listen, look,
it'll come your way.
If you aim for the stars, you'll at least reach the moon.
I just want to find out a statistic.
And I'm happy with the moon. Do you know what I'm saying?
I just want to find out a statistic. I got it. Less than 70% of new businesses fail after 2 years. No,
less than.
Oh shit! I said that wrong. Like a little less than 70% of businesses are still standing after 2 years. So motherfucker, we're doing pretty good, man.
Yeah.
We're in the top 30%.
Shit, of businesses. Damn.
In the world.
Damn. Coming for the
actually
29%.
Not in the world right now. Businesses ever, we're in the top 30%.
Coming for the other 29%, man. Coming for yous. Bastards, watch out.
Go on, what I
want to prove on is I have become inconsistent with my to-do list. And I've seen a difference in my efficiency. Oh, cheers, bro.
I was just going to say, do you know what? I think you should do that. I know that you've got your nice book. I've got the nice book as well, but I just do mine before bed now as like more gratitude. Get a whiteboard, bro. Having something that you can just write on, like that's there and scribble off it and like doodle on is I've found is nicer than having the book.
But no, but it's not. The book is specifically made for the to-do list. Your
must-dos
and your...
On my whiteboard, what I can do today. Not rather than to-dos, and I just write down everything as soon as I think of it, even if it's the day before or something. Like our meeting today, I wrote that from last week, just so I remembered.
Yeah, I hear that.
But like, I don't know, I just write things off, and crossing them off, there's just, I don't know, the whiteboards, I like the whiteboard. It's better than a book, I think.
Well, look, listen, I can't sit and tell you my experience with a whiteboard because I haven't had one, but I know that when my little book fits in my little handbag that I take with me everywhere and whatever, like when I'm on it and I get those fucking things ticked off and it works for me. So for some people it might work with a whiteboard. For me it probably might work with a whiteboard as well, but I like the fact that I can take it with me as well because when I'm out and about I can still kind of but yeah, I need to pick that shit back up. Not that I haven't, but I just haven't been as consistent with it. Night before I get off the desk or before I go to bed, it's tomorrow, what do I need to do? Boom, 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 boom. So that when I go to sleep, I don't have to think about what do I need to do tomorrow. When I wake up, it's what do I need to do today? It's there. So it's just right, sit down. And as soon as I've sat down at that desk, it's time to conquer. And I know that it has a massively positive effect on me when I do that. Even the little ones, the little wins, it makes a difference. The bigger that list feels when I get to it in the morning, it's like the harder I've got to work. Regardless of if one of them is take the bins out for mama. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to, if that looks big, it's like, fucking hell, Chris, come on then. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
But, yeah, go on. What are you improving on, G?
I'm going to stop procrastinating before my workouts, mainly my runs.
Why, you find yourself at the bottom of the stairs not wanting to do those laces up?
Yeah, bare, bro. Like, even on Sunday, all I had was like 12K, and I was there for like, I just put it off for like 3 hours, bro. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I didn't actually run. I woke up at 6 a.m, bro. I didn't run till like 10:30.
That is actually the worst thing as well, isn't it? Because when you actually start running, you're like, I just wish I started earlier.
I do wish that I started early, but it was a fucking shit show of a run. But we moved, like, even like the week before when my long run, I put it off for ages. But I just want to stop, just pre-workout, man, and like pre-doing like those type of stuff. I just want to stop procrastinating. Just procrastination in general is something that I struggle with, but I just want to stop doing it.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
But yeah, go on, man, sign us out.
Well, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in-house. This one was a little bit less valuable, but we tried to find a bit of value for you today, but we don't want to force it. So, yeah, I mean, it was predominantly H's idea. It was like, let's just sit down and just put the cameras on and let's talk like for old time's sake. So I hope you have enjoyed it. We got deep, we got emotional, and we had some fun along the way. But yeah, as per usual, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that bell notification on so you get notified every time we release a podcast. And we'll see you all next week.
Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Peace!